Hi, everybody. I just wanted to go over the season that we have coming up. Letting you guys know we just left, well, we're still in Gemini season. We're slowly moving away from it. June 20th will be our last day in Gemini season. And during this time, we were in the air sign. So this was a house of communication. We were communicating with our loved ones during written, verbal, and also consciously. We were also using our conscious skills and in addition to our reflective intelligence, we were using our creativity. We were exploring our interests, our habits, our journeys. People were changing up their routine, traveling, studying. Lots of great things were happening during this time where, the season was being ruled by Mercury, which is known for concentration. I mean, not concentration, communication and going outward and being imaginative and so on and so forth. We just had the strawberry full moon on June 17th, and that was a time of it was a very shaky time. People were kind of upset during that time. I know that I did endure the pull of the Sagittarius full moon, as Sagittarius is a fire sign. So people might have been quick tempered during that time. But this moon was ruled by Jupiter, and that moon craves wisdom and truth. Um, yeah, so during this time we were, setting our goals, setting routines, going outward. Well, now we're moving into the watery Cancer season. This will start on June 21st and it will be going on until July 22nd. This is a water sign, and we know that water signs go back and forth between reality and imagination, emotions, and decisions. Um, this sign is ruled by the fourth house, the moon. It is controlled by all phases of the moon, which is why their moods change so often. People under this sign easily adapt and move accordingly. The sign of the prophet and teacher, this is also the sign of enlightenment. Cancers tend to hide in their shells when they need to, and this makes them appear crabby, but it also makes it difficult to reach their innermost feelings. But they do come out on their own. No worries for those who have cancers in their lives. These people are also very creative in the arts. Like I said before, cancers are ruled by the moon, and so the day to pray during this month, pray, meditate, so on and so forth, is on a Monday, which is day of the week that's ruled by the moon. And this day is all about spirituality, intuition, dreams, peace, meditation. The crystals that have on a Monday, either on your altar, on you, in your space, so on and so forth. Aquamarine, labradorite, moonstone, pearl, sapphire, selenite, silver, eucalyptus, plant, which is for respiratory, jasmine plant for energy, lemon for immunity. Myrrh is a great antioxidant, and actually, coincidentally, I just bought some Trader Joe's toothpaste with myrrh in it a couple of days ago, so it's actually pretty good. I recommend it. It's fluoride free. And also sandalwood, which is for physical and mental illnesses, immunity, strengthening, etc. Cancer season is, I mean, Cancer season is also a cardinal season. Um, it's considered a cardinal season because this is the season that kicks up a new temperature season. Like this is the season that kicks off summer. Being as though the first day of Cancer is also the summer solstice, and we'll get into that in a second. But the cardinal signs, they're idea people. They kickstart a new season. They're trendsetters, self-motivated, and ambitious. Um, During this time, you want to keep certain stones on you. And the stones that you want to keep on you during this time are aventurine, which is the stone of chance or luck. Calcite, which is a calming stone. It strengthens the immune system and it's also a good energy cleanser. Carnelian, which is an energy and appetite booster. Garnet, which is good for manifestation, sensuality, desire, self confidence, and enjoyment without guilt. Moonstone is a stone of inner growth and strength, and it's also the stone is a reflection of the owner. So while you have the stone, you the owner, you will be attracted to things that will reflect different versions of you or different traits or characteristics of you. Emerald is also a healing and hope stone. Other stones to have during this time are spinel, celestine, citrine, chrysocolla, jade, jasper, opal, pearl, ruby, sodalite, and chrysocolla. Oh, I wrote chrysocolla twice. I have my citrine on my Yellowstone. Silver is the metal during the season. This is a great cleanser for mental, physical, and emotional cleansing, which is perfect because this will be a very emotional time for you. So it's great to have these stones that are good for your energy and good for your emotions and just inner strength and immunity and stuff. Um, this season is also represented by the number two. And for those who are into numerology, number two is reflection, polarity, duality, cooperation, harmony, feminine energy, wealth, marriage. Um, so we get the same kind of vibe as the moon here. The moon is a feminine energy. It's also about cooperation and harmony. The stones during The stones that represent the number two are also a reflection on the whole Cancer season as a whole, which is moonstone. You have the silver metal, pearl, emerald, garnet, howlite. Also have some iron, sapphire, and tourmaline in there. And any white flower during the season is great, as one of the colors of the Cancer season is white. Specifically white roses because of their elegance and they're very subtle but still creative. Yeah, so during Cancer season, you'll be moving away from the busyness of the Aries Gemini. Cancer season is about getting in touch with your emotions. So you'll be slowing down your plans and connecting with people, hobbies, etc., that you hold near and dear to your heart. And let intuition take the lead this season. Why not? During the season, you might decide to redecorate or organize or cleanse your crab shells or your homes, the place where you hang out at, your dwelling, so on and so forth. This is an awesome time to do that. Summer cleaning. This is also a good time to get in touch with your loved ones and reach out, especially the women, because this season is ruled by the moon, and that is feminine energy. So it's a good time to check in on those strong female friends, checking in on your female relatives. Go out with them, take them out, just let them know that you care. This is a good time for feminine energy to be at 100 because the moon is ruling all of us right now. The moon is really ruling all of us during this month, and I'll tell you why. Because the moon is doing some things this month. This is also a time to embrace your creativity, express your feelings. This is also a great time for self care because we're going inward and we're cleansing our shells. Your body is also a shell for your spirit. So you want to cleanse your body, you want to cleanse your mind, you want to cleanse your emotions. You want to cleanse your home, your office, your car, your hangout spot, all of that stuff. And you also want to it's a good time to be around your children. And it's also a good time to get closer to your significant other as we're being ruled by the moon, which brings out essential energy in us. So, yeah, get with your loved ones, get with your kids, get with your wife, get with your husband, snuggle up, cuddle up, do some cleaning, all that good stuff. The colors for this time, you want to go with white, which is the color of purity, friendship, clarity. It's also the color of mourning, and it's the color of spiritual truth, innocence, and perfection. Also, violet during the season is the color of justice and judgment, royalty and industry, age and wisdom, insight and transformation. Green is the color of growth and hope. Yellow is the color of happiness and optimism, as well as creativity. Silver is the color of glamour, sophistication, wealth, and elegance. So that's all about the Cancer season. Well, I want to get into it with you guys about the solar eclipse, which is happening on July 2nd. Well, actually, no, let's go back. We're going to go back to the summer solstice. The summer solstice is actually going to happen on June 21st at 4:54 p.m. According to the Farmer's Almanac. If anybody's wondering what the summer solstice is, it's when the northern hemisphere is closest to the sun, and then the southern hemisphere is dealing with the winter solstice. So during this time, the North Pole is closer, and we're going to get the longest day of the year. and the almanac estimated about 16 hours and 38 minutes of sunlight on that day. And after that day, days will become shorter, and just the summer solstice brings a time of appreciation, a time of patience, a time of recognition. It's a time of celebration as we begin to show something that we had taken for granted during the spring season, which is sunlight. Because as the summertime goes on, it's going to get darker and darker, earlier and earlier, and then by like September and October, it's going to be pitch black outside at like 4 o'clock in the evening. So people that live closer to the equator, they don't really experience a difference in between winter and summer solstice. So 20 times out of 10, that's probably where I'll end up moving to. But this is great. Like, it's so great to experience seasons and experience changes. It helps you to appreciate the things you don't appreciate, because while we were in spring, we didn't appreciate the winter. But we learned to appreciate the winter because it's like, ooh, it's getting warm and it's getting rainy. And then, now we're in the summer and we're learning to appreciate the spring and all the daytime hours we had and the beautiful weather and everything like that. It's getting, pretty hot. And we're just learning to be patient and learn how to be accepting and loving of nature and the changes. And we're learning to sway with the changes as we get into Cancer season, which causes us to sway back and forth and change our moods as the season is changing, as the hours in the daylight are changing. Everything is just changing right now in this water sign. It's so exciting. So don't get anxious or whatever. No, nothing bad is going to happen unless you want something bad to happen. You are in charge of your journey, but just be respectful of the nature around you and the fact that all of that is on its own plan and its own accord. The solar eclipse will be on July 2nd, and this will provide a lot of positive energy. This is the best time to plant leafy plants because we are in the water sign, and so when you do plant a plant, a lot of the water goes into the leaves. So this is a great time to plant your cabbages, your lettuce, so on and so forth. The solar eclipse, again, is another time where we're learning and we're appreciating your patience and open mindedness and the hard work that we've done during the Gemini season when we were on the move and hustling and bustling. And now we're at the point where now we're starting to dwindle down and look at the fruits of our labor with our family and our friends and our loved ones, and just making room for the soul that we reaped. And this is also a great time for scientists and artists as it will bring out the creativity. It will be peaking at this time, but it will be during the entire season. Um, so we have the summer solstice, and then we have the solar eclipse July 2nd. But wait, there's more. The full moon is the full buck moon and is also known as the thunder moon, and this will be on July 16th from 8:29 p.m. to 5:36 a.m. And I believe, okay, so this full moon will be in Capricorn, um, which is an earth sign. And because it is an earth sign, this is a good time to plant root plants. Under this moon, you may feel a strong need to be useful to society. You may be feeling doubt on yourself and what you want to achieve. You also may feel shyness or resentment because of your doubt of yourself. Please don't let the doubt of yourself and the things that you are questioning about yourself question your ability to achieve the things that you are trying to achieve. Understand that this is the time where your emotions will be flowing back and forth, your actions will be flowing back and forth, and as a result, the results of those things will be flowing back and forth. So when those things are flowing back instead of forth, please don't be discouraged by the backwardness. It's going to happen during the season. Everything is moving. Everything is trying to find its place. This is, nothing is fixed here. Just don't get frustrated. People get, fully amped during the full moon. And so, all those like frustrations and stuff, especially during like water when, nothing is still, especially for us fixed signs, because I'm a Virgo and we're earth sign and I'm a fixed, well, actually I'm a mutable sign. But like, people with fixed signs, they don't really like to move back and forth. Um, But yeah, don't seek validation from other people during this time. You don't want to do it while we're holding our families and our friends near and dear to our hearts during the season. This is not time for intervention. This is time for you to go inward and judge on your own accord and not take advice from other people. That's not necessary during this time. Um. Oh yeah. This full moon will be a lunar eclipse. That's what I want to tell you. So we have the summer solstice, we have a solar eclipse, and then we have a lunar eclipse. And this will be square with Pluto. And as we know that Pluto is going through a retrograde, for those of you like retrograde, please check back to my previous video on the Taurus season. I touched the Pluto retrograde in that video. I also yeah. I think I okay, yeah. The Pluto retrograde is going on till October 3rd. This is the planet of transformation. It rules over power and control, and the subconscious also deals with secrets. And during this retrograde, we will be forced to look at ourselves and what we suppress or hide and ignore. And power struggles and love triangles may pop up. Protect yourself and be mindful of the energy you're receiving and giving. Stay away from gossip, drama, over controlling, or being overtly controlled. And so that just goes back and reflects on what I just said about feeling doubt on yourself and what you want to achieve. You may feel shyness or resentment. Try not to seek validation from other people because right now you're looking at yourself and you're already doubting yourself. So you don't need help on that. Trust yourself and just go inward and deal with the healing that you need to be healed with. So during this full moon, it's going to be a lunar eclipse, and it's going to be square with Pluto. And then there's also another planet called Eris, Eris. And this planet also deals with dark secrets, memories, emotions, and all those things are going to arise for healing. So you're getting double the whammy from the 90-degree angles with these planets, as well as the fact that this is an eclipse. During this full moon is also a good time to focus on your knees, your joints, tendons, and ligaments, skin, hair, spleen, the organ of balance, backbone, spinal muscles. My advice would be to do like a really good joints and back yoga routine. Maybe take a bath, wash your hair under this moon. When I was reading these body parts, that's what I thought of. I thought of yoga and just like a really good wash, a body wash, washing your hair, everything. That's always good. So try to do that during this full moon. And also because we are still in Pluto retrograde, just backing up a bit and reminding you guys, the crystals to use during that time, black are snowflake obsidian, smoky quartz obsidian, tourmaline quartz, and agate. Also, the color to wear is black, which is the color of wisdom, mourning, security, inward journey, grounding, and it's also protective. So big things are happening towards the season. We have a lot to be excited for, a lot to look forward to. I also want to tell you guys about the time for everything that I read in the Metu Netter book. So for you guys who are following my book club, you guys know that we are reading Metu Netter, and we came across a chapter where they started talking about the different times of the day to do certain things. Excuse me. Sorry. And I just want to go over one of the things with you guys because it does involve like the seasons being split up and so on and so forth. So just give me one moment. I'm trying to find it. I also want to read the Metu Netter card for you guys during the season as well. I just found it. Where is it? Okay, so I found it. Okay, so I will be posting more notes on this as I built my website. just be patient with me. I have a lot of projects that I'm doing right now. I have a couple books. I have, the vlogs. I'm reading. I have a lot going on right now, and I still have a job and kids. So it's crazy right now. Excuse me if I look a little tired too. Um. Okay, so the southeast around 9 a.m. to noon from May 5th to June 21st. So this is actually about to be over. It ends on the summer solstice. This is Haru. Um, the earth is warming up, and your animal spirit is absorbing the heat and is therefore drying out. Your animal spirit kind of refers to like your root chakra. That's what I think of. Um, your moderate fire, or your lower self, sorry. Your moderate fire, hot, dry energy is in activity because we just left like Gemini season. We were moving around and, whatever. This is the most auspicious time to carry out such tasks that require the vitality which nourishes the ability to raise truth above our emotional and sensual conditionings. It is the best time to impose your will upon your life force, as a reduction of your moisture has undermined your all set and het haru faculties. Power breathing aerobics, remedies for the cardiovascular system, etc., are in harmony with this point in your biorhythm. Are in heart. The bitter flavor will help your fire to rise and maintain itself. Sweets will dissipate your vitality and give power to water, which is emotions. Um, yeah. So now we're going to move on to what will be next, which is the South, and that's from noon to 3 p.m. from June 21st to August 5th. And now we're dealing with Harukahuti and Washet. And for those of you who are like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? These are the deities in the book that I've been reading with you guys for the past like 3-4 weeks ago. And Harukuti pretty much just covers where there is a freedom of choice in an intrinsically law and order based situation, which is the fundamental nature of the world, there is bound to be transgressions. The offensive power of God thus exists for the sake of protecting the equilibrium between the interests of the whole versus the individuals. If in the exercise of our freedom to choose we avoid obstructing others, the offensive power of God will remove all obstructions from others from our path. It is directly opposed by the seventh sphere, receptivity to the instincts of self-preservation. So this is just basically covering karma and the divine law that brings karma about, and how that law keeps us in check and in line as it should. And so, going from there, this time is the South from noon to 3 p.m. from June 21st to August 5th. And your sympathetic is at its height because, again, we are in Cancer season and it's an emotional time for all of us. The earth is in its extreme point of heat absorption, and your body has lost an excessive amount of moisture. Your extreme lack of moisture, emotional factor, has brought you to your point of greatest insensitivity and fearlessness. It is most auspicious for those undertakings that require lack of fear of bodily harm, hard work, and zeal. As you lack moisture, make sure that you do not engage at this time in protracted undertakings. Be careful. Do not forget to ask what is right. Do not take the exhaustion of your moisture to the limits. Illness will visit you in the north. Watch your blood pressure. June 21st, the summer solstice, is the most auspicious time for your watch it faculty. Read Shakespeare's Midsummer's Night's Dream and while away the 4 days and 4 nights in sleep, chanting, and fasting. Like Bottoms, you will be able to play any role you choose, and Puck will make all of your desires come true. Your parasympathetic has begun to rise, but it is still underground, putting out less than sympathetic. So basically, this is time of being okay. This is time of emotional, being emotional. Same thing we talked about Cancer season. I've never read Midsummer's Night Dream, so I didn't really get the reference, but respect. I'm going to read it in. I wanted to go over the tarot card for this season, or the Metsu card for this season, and the deity is all set. And comedic language is all set. Canaanites, Gabriel. Kabbalistical is Yasad. Yoruba is Yamaya. And Indus Kush is Dumavati. This is a nice sphere. The planet is Moon, and the day is Monday. The color for the season is sea blue. That's where you get the chrysocolla and the other different crystals. The gems are pearls and moonstone. Again, repeating, again. The time of year is sidereal, full moon in Cancer. Esoteric herbalism. You're going to take baths in spearmint, lettuce, wild lettuce, and purslane. You're going to utilize spearmint and jasmine oils. And for incense, you're going to want to use jasmine and spearmint. The mantras or word of power, a spiritual is Dum Vam. For those of you like, what are you talking about? If you guys go back to my readings, or if you even go to Metsu Netter and you go to the Les Nobodies page, I have a free PDF file. And at the back of this book in the appendix, it tells you how to breathe and how to meditate and utilize mantras. Um, the planetary mantra is Ang Shrung Shring Shrung. I like that. And you do that in between breathings, and of course you drag those words out. Um, I'm still a little shy with meditating and stuff like that in front of people. I'm not there yet, which is why I kind of like quick through it. Give me a moment. I will be there as I get more acquainted with this book. Um, Spiritual direction is east, and the mundane direction is northwest. Personality portfolio, personality traits. Through its action on the Kabi, the animal spirit, the cold and moist energy of the moon has the following effects on the personality. Sphere 9. Emotional traits: caring, motherliness, conservative, benevolent, accommodating, sweet mannered, timorous, fearful, comfort loving, want security, and to be free of the cares and difficulties of life. Negative emotional traits are indolent, daydreaming, uncaring, facilitating, neglectful, careless, impressionable, gullible, fearful, idle, hating work, discontented, inclined to intoxicants, living beggarly, and unsteadfast. Mental traits: mediumistic trance, imitation, which is also reflection. Because this is a time to reflect because we're utilizing moonstones, see? Social correspondences, careers, functions, during people on this time, mother, wife, domestic life, hereditary factors, midwives, nurses, sailors, vagabonds, the masses, teachers of children, midwives, farmers, servants, menial employment, millers, dealers, and workers with liquids. Spiritual portfolio: devotion, humility, following, mediumistic trance, receptivity, and indiscriminate imitation. I'm sorry. Key phrases: catering to the emotions, preferences, love of ease, negligent, careless, indolent, receptivity, impressionability, gullibility by following, being humble, caring, nurturing, sympathetic, indulgent, compassionate, relaxed, peaceful through mediumistic trance. Biological correspondences, physiology. The cold and moist energy of the moon is the basis of the well being of the reproductive, digestive, and assimilative autonomous nervous system. So, like how I said before, it's like mad stuff going on with the moon. You got the summer solstice, which like is delaying the moon. Um, you have a solar eclipse on July 2nd. You have the full moon, which is a lunar eclipse on July 17th. And then you have another new moon at the end of that month. So you have two new moons during that season. This is definitely going to be the season of moving back and forth and being swayed by the moon, because the moon is going to go through two cycles real quick in front of us. Good luck, ladies. Good luck, ladies. Pathology: infertility, menstrual problems, digestive problems, cardiac conditions, chlorosis, anemia, edema, and dropsy. Comedic therapeutics: alterative, diuretic, nutrient. Chinese medicine is stomach system, digestive. Accumulation patterns are disease patterns of blood and phlegm disease patterns. So these are how your body might be reacting to this season. Spiritual keynotes: following, humility, caring, positive underlying principles. By devoting ourselves to realizing our true self, the indwelling intelligence, we come to realize that the true self in all beings is none other than the supreme being. Thus, we elevate our devotion to uplifting our character and the caring for others to the highest levels of spirituality. Negative underlying principles: the ignorance of the divinity of the inner being, constituting our true self and that of others, degenerates of our caring for others and others into permissiveness, thus undermining our spiritual development. Keynotes: positive, devotion to spiritual development; and negative, permissiveness, loving of creature comforts, neglectful and fearful. Spiritual counsel: whenever you receive an Alsit reading, you are being reminded that every emotional experience is a mediumistic trance induction, which creates or reinforces a conditioning. From another perspective, you may be reminded that as Alset is the point through which you express your devotion towards things, emotional identification. It reveals to you that you truly worship. Is Asura the likeness of God in which you are made, what you identify with, care for, or is it your person, complex condition, thought, and emotional reactions to situations that you identify with? Do you know which God you worship? That's could be one of the things that you reflect on. Which God do you worship? We could also go into regular tarot cards, which is something that I just got into, and we could what is this? Cancer season, which is water, sensual and sensitive, artistic, intuitive, attractive, romantic, and cultured. Moon, deceptive forces at play, creative thoughts and patterns. We're dealing with the Queen of Cups. We're dealing with the Cups. The second card in the tarot is the High Priestess, which is ruled by the moon. Upright, this card suggests you trust your intuition and not take things for face value. Take time to see all aspects of a situation and look for the answers to your questions from within. Use logic less to come to the right solution. Reversed, everything is now out in the opening. All of the facts of the matter are now revealed. You should now be able to make your decision now and find the answers to your questions. So big things for the cancer season. We got a lot to look forward to. And I want to show you guys Les Nobodies collection and correlation to where the sun and moon is. We have a lot of repetition as far as like the crystals for the summertime, which is fine. I still have my aventurine brooch. Boom. And I also have it's durable, y'all. I also have a ring. Those are both aventurine and they're green, and this is the stone of luck. I also have another aventurine ring, uh, which is the stone of luck. I have a bracelet. I'm like I keep telling everybody, I'm in the process of building my website now. Sorry it took so long. I have a lot going on, but yes, aventurine, and this is good because it also has pink quartz, which is a good stone for emotions and love and relationships and stuff like that. I also have obsidian and tourmaline quartz, and that's good for the Pluto retrograde as well as like the full moon, new moons, and all such and such. I also have these charm bracelets. I have about four of them, and this is a mix between the garnet and obsidian. And you have an all garnet one, you have an all obsidian one, and then you have two of them with a mix. And these are charm bracelets. These are organites. And that's good for the Pluto retrograde, the full moon. Garnet's also good for the Cancer season. I also have obsidian necklaces and garnet necklaces. Let me put this back real quick. Yeah. This one is a combination of obsidian and garnet. I really like that one. I just made my mom one somewhat identical to this one. I also have Orgonite pendant necklaces with obsidian. And these are unisex. Guys can wear this too. And all you have to do is just shoot me an email up until, like, if you want to wait till my website is up, cool, respect, I understand. But if not, just shoot me an email or send me an inbox on Facebook. Let me know how long you want the chain to be, and so on and so forth. And I'll put that. And I'll make it as long as you need it to be. What else do I have? I also have an Orgonite pendant. I could also make this a necklace also if someone is interested in this being a necklace. But right now it's just a brooch. I also have a obsidian ring. It's Africa shaped. And blue calcite was also one of the stones, which is a good calming stone, good for emotion and area cleansing. And this is a brooch. It has like the two things back there, and I really like this one. Uh, and I believe that's it. Calcite, carnelian. I don't have anything with moonstone in it, not yet, but I could. If you guys have requests or you heard about some of the stones or you want something with specific stones, I do customized orders. I also do, I do all of that. All you have to do is communicate with me. We also have this, which has aventurine and black obsidian in it, so you're ready for like the whole summer shebang in there. Um, I also have hair jewelry for my lock brothers and sisters that like to wear lock jewelry. This can easily wrap around. Sorry, I do stage these things before I send them off too. You'll be able to smell the sage in the bag, but yeah, you can like wrap it, and then I have extra coil here, so you can really like wrap it, and you won't have to worry about it coming out. But yeah, all of that is happening. And I'll have all my listings up once my website is in one piece and ready to go. And I'll definitely announce that. For those of you that are like, okay, what else? I have a children's book that's out. The pre-orders just came out. It's called Show and Tell, and it's about students going to the front of the class and sharing, some information about their culture. Please, check me out. Put in a pre-order. My pre-orders are available now. I'm still working with my publisher for an exact printing date. Um, but yeah, that's in the works and that's happening, and I'm very happy about that. I worked really hard on that book. Um, but it did give me some insight on how I can do it better for next time because I'm that kind of person. I won't even like let myself like be comfortable with the work that I just did. I'm already thinking about how I can make it better, um, artistically wise, definitely, and definitely informational wise. Now that I'm more organized in my thoughts and I'm more organized in, my writing and stuff from, my experience of writing over the past couple years or so, I definitely want to make my second book even better and probably even redo my first book over, at least the art part of it anyway. But that's just me being anal. That's me, the fussy burger. Sorry, y'all. But that's what I have, and I'm really excited. And I hope you guys have a great summer solstice. And please share with me how you guys plan to celebrate because I have spent the last two solstices at work, sadly. I have also spent the last few full moons at work as well. I have been allowing money to get in the way of me, reaching my full spiritual potential. But, I got kids. If I didn't have kids, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. And I believe Howlight was one too, wasn't it? Because I do have like tons of Howlight stuff. Yeah, be on the lookout for my website because it's coming. Be on the lookout for my books also because they're coming. Also, if you're trying to get ready for the summertime, I also have organized sunglasses. These are my prototypes and they're a little fragile, but my two of my arms came off, but that's just because like they're the prototypes. But I do have the frames for these, and I will make these to order because they like took a lot of effort to make. But once I do make some more, like better showcase ones, I'll definitely be showing them off, and they'll definitely be on sale. So thanks, guys. Have a great Cancer season.